They got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something. That's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression. It's all that I wanted. The phone and affection. I summon and dub it. Cause they got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money. The pressure be calling. Left on my blessings. I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something. That's why I ain't.
What's going on, fam? You're listening to the Urban Sports Scene. I'm Wole, and it's Commanders Friday. You know, this is where we talk all Commanders. You know what time it is, man. Training camp's right around the corner. It's a lot to talk about. You know what I mean? In terms of storylines, what's gonna be popping, what's going on, competition, your favorite Commanders, your most hated Commanders, jerseys, you name it is out there in the Commanders fans, I won't say spaces or whatever, because everybody's so geeked up about the jerseys and whatnot. What's going on, Mike? How you doing, my man? Appreciate you for jumping on, man. Appreciate you for jumping on. But yeah, it's exciting times. I can't wait for training camp. I'm glad it's like right around the corner. Kind of gets you kind of geeked and boosted. The training camp is right around the corner. But yeah. The homie Ray Jeezy, he's out. He's not on. Usually he's not on for Commanders Friday, so let me not play that off. I see you, George. Hey, what's going on, Paul? What is going on? I'm always geeked to have my guys on here on the chat because y'all know y'all make it lit. You know what I mean? Let's keep it a bean. You guys make it lit, make it fun. All right, but let's knock out some particulars before we dive into tonight's show, to be honest with you. And you can subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search the Urban Sports Scene. Make sure you subscribe to the Urban Sports Scene YouTube channel. If you're in the YouTube chat, we accept super chats. Super chats help us support the show. The super chats will be prioritized. Excuse me, I can't speak. For our overall comment. So if you have a super chat, we're going to probably we will put that, and we'll put that up top in terms of chats. We'll highlight that or feature that chat before any chat. Also, you can check us out on our website, which is theurbansportscene.com. Don't forget to tweet us at Urban Sports Scene. Hit us up on IG and TikTok at Urban Sports Scene, and like our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. You can also join our Urban Sports Scene group. Just search Urban Sports Scene, sports bloggers, sports podcasters, and sports debates. All right, it's time for the pregame. This is what we have on tap. Well, no, I'm doing it wrong. Will T would say it. Let's get into our tradition, the pregame. Here's what we have on tap. All right, well, Fox Sports Radio, 96.9 FM and 1340 AM, Hopewell, Virginia's Washington Commanders reporter Felix Trammell will join me to talk about what success would look like for Commanders running back Brian Robinson Jr. All right, so it looks like Felix is running late. Hit him with a text. I haven't heard from him, but yeah, let's just talk about it amongst the fellas. So for me, let's dive into it. So obviously, Brian Robinson isn't the most popular Commanders player. You know, he gets a lot of smoke when it comes to social media. But I think for him, what success looks like for him is a guy just getting about 1,200 yards or even 1,100 yards, double-digit touchdowns, being a weapon in the passing game. Just say like getting 400 yards as a receiving running back. And just averaging about 4.3 to 4.4 yards a carry. Brian Robinson Jr. averaged that the last season. If you people didn't recognize, he averaged like 4.3 yards a carry, which isn't that bad. You know what I mean? So basically, when you have that type of production, I don't think that is like the worst thing in the world. George said a successful season for B-Rob is about 1,000 yards rushing. 1,300 total. But hey, I think my guy's here already. So let me introduce him on right now. We got the homie Felix Trammell on. What's going on, Felix?
What's good, man? How you doing, brother?
I'm good, bro. How are you, man?
I can't complain. It ain't gonna change nothing, but life is good, man.
I know, man. Life be lifing. So I get that. I definitely know about that. So Felix, I'm gonna just ask you the first question. You know, like I just asked the fellas in the chat, but you know, last season, Brian Robinson Jr. had 799 rushing yards, 8 rushing touchdowns in 14 games. To you, what does success look like for Brian Robinson in the upcoming season?
I think first it starts with games played. Like he played 14, he's got to play all 17 games. Like that's got to be number one. And then 2, I put some of it on Cliff. I put some of it on just ability to be utilized correctly. I've said this for years. B-Rob is a downhill running back. He needs to be behind the quarterback. The problem is Jaden works best with the running back next to him. And B-Rob is not a zone read type of running back. So I think they've got to find ways to use him correctly. But for him, he's got to be in the 900-yard range. And he's got to have over 10 rushing touchdowns. And he's got to have like 3 or 4 receiving touchdowns to be effective. Because the Commanders just need him to be effective. They don't need him to be a superstar. They just need him to be effective.
They don't need him to be all world. Mike said B-Rob's future forecast is demotion of punt returner and cut by next season. Well, he's a free agent. I mean, this is not by next season. He's a this is his contract year, so you can take that for however you want to take it. And punt return is nasty work. So that's something that be known for you, bro. That's not happening.
I don't think he's getting that.
Paul, B-Rob should be a good backup. That's all. That's what you think. All right. So all right. So let me go throw this to you because I'll answer that question. But I'm gonna throw this to you. Is there a world that B-Rob is a backup? Could you see that?
Yes, I can see that.
Who would take his job? Who would take his job?
Who's on this roster
to take his job this season? Yeah,
take his roster to take right now.
Eckler,
I would say Jacory.
So you believe that? So you believe a 7? So you are in the camp too, thinking that he's a chance that the 7th rounder could take his job. You're in that. He
is a more all-purpose back.
Okay,
and he has a better burst than B-Rob does at this point. B-Rob is a bigger, more punishing back. Like he stands tall. He can go in that A gap. He can go in that B gap, get those tough yards. Jacory Merritt can do a lot, and I mean. He has a burst, especially when he gets to the edge. That's there. It's very noticeable. So, as far as like a true starter, that would be the only shot because Eckler's near the end. I like McNichols is kind of more of a receiving guy. Like
I don't like McNichols. I'm the wrong. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like McNichols. But
I know you don't. But
I'm petty. I'm still over there. I still
there's certain games where he fits in. But I mean, I will say this. That with Jacory Merritt and McNichols there, I don't see a place for Chris Robinson. I don't.
You mean Chris Rodriguez?
Rodriguez. I'm sorry. I don't see a place for him on this roster, and because he doesn't do anything different from any of the other running backs. So I think he's the one that's on the true hot seat. But Jacory Merritt, that would be the one. He would be the one that would be the starter. If you ask me by the Madrid game. And he's starting by the Madrid game, I would not be shocked.
So you don't think, all right, for me, this is how I look at it, just because every situation, because to me, the only guy that I felt really comfortable in doing that type play, like starting the 7th rounder, I know that people are going to say like, oh, well, he's not. Say that word. Don't say who. What? No, there's only one guy who would do it. But they'll make that argument. Well, he wasn't supposed to be a 7th rounder because situations. And I get it, I understand. But like at the end of the day, like if he was that good, other teams would like I'm not saying he's bad. I won't put that out there. But if he was that good, other teams would ignore that too. Like you have other teams trying to target him. If he was as good as everybody, especially in his running back field, right? Of guys, right? You would have took the flyer on him, right? Before the 7th. That's just my opinion. Because I'm all about. Yeah, and I'm all about like you got to earn it too. You got to earn it. But there's only one dude that starts 7th rounders like that. Like it's Mike Shanahan. I ain't gonna hold you.
I was like,
that's Mike Shanahan. I'll say it. It's only one dude. Like the other
Shanahan would do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, in a heartbeat. There's only one dude. No, fat cats don't normally do it. You know what I mean? I'm just saying like when folks say like, oh, he's gonna definitely take his job. A lot has to go right. To me, a lot has to go right. That's
I'm answering that question as who's the one who could, because I don't think anybody else can on that roster.
I got you.
That's two different questions. Now,
true.
Does he have the ability to? I absolutely believe he does. Now, if that happens, what happens if he's the 4th guy? How many chances is he really going to get?
Exactly.
Opening game, B-Rob's coming out with Jaden.
Yes.
And then the first third down, it'll be Eckler.
Yes.
And then the next rotation will be your boy. So now he's fighting for fourth, getting scraps. And that means somebody gets nicked, So really have a chance to really prove himself without, knock on wood, someone getting injured.
That's my point. That's all I'm saying.
And so you make a valid point, but as far as potential, I think he has the highest potential in the running back room by far. And it's just because, some guys have reached near the end of their career. Yeah. Some guys are just who they are. B-Rob is just who he is at this point. I mean, that's what it is. I don't see him progressing any higher, but he's the one that's got ability that can trend upwards.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's the way the question should be answered.
Yeah. I agree with you. So I'm gonna let that be known. I agree with you. I do think when I watch him on film, in terms of this offense, he's the best fit for this offense. But my thing is that if you're telling me, like, if you're talking because of the depth chart and where he was drafted, it's going to be harder. So many things have to go his way for it to happen. Like, and I'm like you said, to me, folks got to get hurt. I'm gonna be real. Folks got to get hurt. And that sucks, but folks got to get hurt. It's not like he's going to get that type of opportunity because of his work, because of where he is in the depth chart to get that type of work to show people I'm ready to be the starter. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, you have to look at it. Jalen Lane's going to have a better shot of showing himself.
Exactly.
Just because more receivers get a chance to be on the field than a running back. You're going to have one, maybe two at the most. Like, you're not going to have 3 and 4 wide receiver sets where Jalen Lane's going to get a chance to be out there. And he's going to get a chance to be like, oh, look at what he did. We need to give him more reps. The next thing you know, bam. Yeah. But like, that's where it comes out. It's just going to be harder to show barring injury, but we know that running backs are going to get injured. Like that's the name of the game. Like you don't wish injury on nobody, but
exactly.
Hammy's hurt. Eckler's had some concussion issues.
Exactly.
A hand here or a wrist here. The next thing you know, then you're getting those things. So running back is a fluid position. But week 1, I'm not expecting to see much of him other than on specials. Yeah, he's going to be on specials. Like that's where you earn your keep, and then you'll see from there. But if you're not in the first 3 rounds, you're not expected to be an absolute starter.
That's the thing. That's all I'm saying. And it's not a knock on his play when I say this. That's what I'm saying. It's not a knock on his play. Hey, Mike has a question. Hey, Mike says, how many running backs will we keep?
I'm going with the 4. 4 seems to work. So a B-Rob, Eckler, Carson Merritt, and Jerry McNichols. Those are my 4. Those are kind of up here. And then there's a drop off to Rodriguez, and then there's a drop off to some of the others.
So now you don't like Rodriguez? I mean, I thought he played very well.
I don't not like Rodriguez. Okay. I just don't. He's not this regime's pick.
True.
And second, B-Rob does what he does. That's your short range guy. B-Rob is faster. Eckler has the hands and is a better blocker. McNichols is a better blocker and is a better receiver.
True.
And then Carson Merritt is their pick. And like you said it the best, he fits Cliff's offense the best. Yeah. Now, if this was like San Diego Eckler, then Eckler would be the one. But that's kind of how that fits. So I still see 4. I don't see a world anywhere past 4, but I also see that they would not be able to put JCM on the practice squad because
you don't think he would. You don't think he would make it. You don't think
I don't think he would make it through. I think somebody would snatch him up. So to protect him, I think Rodriguez you can put there and then have him on practice squad as that quote unquote 5th guy. I mean, him getting snatched up.
But you think he'll? All right. So this is my thing. Do you think? All right. What happened? When he doesn't show out in preseason. Do you think they still would? You think that he could still get snatched up? Or are you just saying that you think that the word is out? Because in my opinion, that was the case. Folks would have got him anyway. So I just feel like he has to show out. Like he has to show out in preseason for that to happen, right?
Well, I think part of that was nobody. When you saw his workout, nobody was quite sure. Like they're like, okay, he's been out. Like we kind of know, and then people didn't want to do it. And then once you get to that 3rd day, people are just doing insane things like, I got to have a blocking tight end. I need another swing tackle. Sure. I need this. So it's not necessarily drafting the best available. You're trying to fill out your roster.
That's very true. That's very true.
So I think that part of that goes into it. But I do think word of mouth has gone around, and I've heard it from guys that, JCM, look out for him. So that word gets to other teams, and you might see it. So I think they protect him, but it may not be like he would just get snatched up for no apparent reason.
Yeah, I feel like if they wanted to, like if they really believe in his skill set like that, and they just like and it's a numbers game because B-Rob's he's a free agent and he's a free agent next season. Like you could like not showcase him and then put him on the practice squad. Like you could do that. Like you could be like cruddy and do that. Like no disrespect. Like you could be dirty and do that. But like to your point, like I do think you're better off too because we've seen it, right? You are better off probably, like to your point, probably putting Chris Rodriguez on the practice squad. But even that's tough because that too. Go ahead. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's more of a I put him there. Very few people want to go reach out for him unless they're just they got decimated with injuries and all right, we need a guy. He's a proven NFL player. Like, but I don't see people like, oh, this guy fits my system 100%. Like, I think they can stash him away. Like, unless the team just comes calling. But there is an outside chance, and I'm just saying this is an outside chance. People don't go run with it. That B-Rob could be the one out there. As here's a veteran running back. Is anybody willing to make a trade?
Oh, a trade. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
So that is a possibility. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying they're shopping it. I'm just saying that's a possibility.
That's a possibility. That's definitely a possibility. Then that would be. I mean, I feel like they do that because of who they have on the roster. If they traded B-Rob, that means they do like JCM a lot. Because I would say that. Like, because I don't think there's a starter. To your point, I don't think there's a starter. In terms of potential, there's a starting running back. Because Eckler, I think Eckler, he get like the first 5 games, Eckler's Eckler, right? He's like Eckler, even standing because he has that, like, he's older, but the first 5 games, he's like kind of himself, right?
Right.
But then it dies down because he's older. Like he gets the legs get heavier.
Because think about last year, the Cincinnati game, the 3rd game of the season.
He was amazing.
He was amazing in that game.
Amazing.
He got nicked up in wasn't the 4th game, it was the 5th game. Whoever the 5th game, he got nicked up, and then it just took him a while to get back to himself. Yeah. So like, that, but Eckler's going to be that. Well, when he's healthy, he's fine. So
my man, Coach Lombard said Debo might be the best running back.
That ain't a bad thing. The best running back wears 5, but realistically, Debo could. But you throw that into the equation. So you're talking about formations with Dayton, B-Rob, Debo, or like Eckler and Debo. Now you're talking about a triple option with those 3 guys, and you're like, what the heck's going on? And then now your receivers on the outside are wide open. So like. Debo will get some carries. You will see Swiss Army knife Debo, and he will get some carries too. So that lends itself back to the original question, like starting running back. What does that really mean in Cliff Kingsbury's offense?
That too.
So because you got at any given time,
good point,
a running back, a versatile running quarterback, a receiver who can be a running back. So that's 3 guys right there, and then you know what I mean. So it's a lot that goes into that equation.
No, I agree. I think that's the thing. That's another thought process because you can make the argument about in terms of B-Rob, like he looked better with the 2-headed monster with him and Eckler, like that. Because he looked fresher. I mean, when
the Ravens game, look at the Ravens game. When they put 2 of them back there, that caused a lot of problems, and that helped B-Rob. So I think. The ISO days of him, he's just not going to be that effective. And I don't think this offense is geared up that way. So, I mean, the Eagles can do it, but they have Saquon Barkley. That's a different thing.
Yeah,
if you notice, the Cowboys have gotten away from that. Now, once Zeke hit his peak, whatever, I rhyme.
Whatever.
But their offense has not been the same because they haven't been able to have that one back hand off. Like, they can't do that anymore. And it's a lot harder for teams to be able to do that without some type of deception involved.
Yeah, so, hey folks, feel free to put out a super chat. Some of this stuff. Okay, I got you, San Diego. I didn't even see this. There you go. There you go. It's hard for you to check things out. My man Santiago, appreciate you. I want 3.5 yards per down out of B-Rob. Damn, you got low. That's it. I'm a 4. That's it. That damn expectation low.
What you want, Wole? What you
I mean, I think he averaged last year. Last year, he averaged 4.3 yards per carry. Like I want me. That's what I want. Like I want. It's a contract year, my dude. Like 3.5 is average for a back. I don't want that. You got 4. You got Jayden. That opens everything up. Jayden opens things up. So that's if you got Jayden, 3.5 is horrible. I'm not gonna lie to you, especially Jayden and an improved offensive line is horrible.
Yeah, I can go with that.
Yeah,
like he needs to be at minimum 4.5. Like you need to be
at minimum, yeah, for real.
At minimum 4.5, because I think he's not going to get as many carries, which would make him fresher to be more effective. Like he needs to look at the film of the Titans game, the Tennessee Titans game last year, and emulate that. That was the explosive, powerful, with speed B-Rob. That game. If you just go back and look at that film, that was his best game of the season. Yeah, by far. And Tennessee, and thing about it is Tennessee had a great run defense. Their
defense was good. That defense was good.
Like they were really good.
They was a good defense. That was one. It was actually a top five defense.
Yeah. When they played them. And look how he attacked and ran the ball there.
Yeah.
Facts. So and part of that was they came off the bye, so he was fresh. Yeah. Or no, they were going into the bye, but they had the. Did they have the 10 days off after the Eagles game? Or no, it was after the Cowboys lost.
Yeah.
But
that was a must-win type of game anyway. That was just a must-win type of game.
They had to win that, and they did. And it lent itself to the run. But that you got to be 4.5.
I agree. Especially in the contract year. I mean, be real with you. Like I don't like that. Like what? Oh, there's another super chat. Hold on, my bad. Telly, what's going on? See, I got you. Telly, my God, I see you, Telly. Let me make sure I highlight this.
Right joint.
I know, man. Telly, my dude, I got you, man. Hey, Telly. So I think Bill will be. Oh yeah, it's B-Rob will be. Bill. I'm sorry. I think Bill will be running back 1 by late September. See, everybody has beliefs in JCM. You know what I mean? Like they believe that he's going to take that slot. I'm gonna say, Telly. I think this is not slander on him. I go in politics. I'm a big believer in sports politics. Like. It's hard for a 7th rounder that low in the depth chart to unless injuries happen. Like put it this way, it won't be because B-Rob is like struggling. B-Rob has to be playing horribly, but then you're going to go to Eckler, and I mean Eckler has to be like not efficient. Then you got to go to McNichols don't count. I don't care about McNichols. But those
McNichols is 3. You know that.
I know he's 3. I don't even want McNichols to get touches. But you're right though, Felix. Let me take my hate out the way. So McNichols. So things have to go a certain way. But I'm gonna say this again. I do believe that Bill is the more talented back for this system. I do believe it. So I don't want anybody to think like I'm throwing shade. I'm not throwing shade.
He's throwing shade enough. He's not throwing shade on that.
Yeah, I'm throwing shade on McNichols. That's what I'm throwing shade at. Taj said, y'all passed that collection play close to I love you, Taj, man. You my guy, bro. You my guy. hey, Paul. Oh, yeah. Paul, what you want to say? You just got an empty chat. I want your empty chat. What you guys say? Oh, yeah, Santiago. Yeah, well, got a good point about more yards. Yeah, I just think that B-Rob, when you're looking at go ahead, Felix. How much you go ahead?
Like if you look at the blind stats, like you just said, he was like, yeah, he averaged 4.3.
Yeah,
it's like, but if you're like 799, that's not bad. But like you in a 17-game season, a running back should get 1,000 yards in this
NFL. Facts.
In this NFL, facts. With the type of offensive weapons that the Commanders had, if so many eyes are on 5, right. You should be able to get 70 yards a game and get you there. So I think that's when you look at the blind stats, you're like, he didn't do so bad. But then when you look at the games, you're like, he couldn't be effective, or we had those issues where on the goal line. And now some of that's him, but some of that was the line, which did get improved. So you got everything's a buck. You got it. So that goes hand in hand.
Yeah, I do agree with this. Like Paul, I agree with this too, though. You know, even though I say all what I say, I do agree with this. JMC compliments JD5. Definitely. I'm not like,
absolutely.
Could you imagine, you know, having those two dudes in the backfield with that type of speed? I agree with that. I'm not disagreeing with that at all. Telly was good, bro. He said only one running back under contract for 2026. What's the plan? I do think that, like, I feel like, I'll say this. I feel like Bill has a good chance to start the following year. That's my belief. I feel like they're gonna see how everything plays out this season. B-Rob has an opportunity. This is B-Rob's opportunity, right? So regardless of what people think about B-Rob, this is his opportunity. Like if he produces 1,300 yards, he's gonna have an opportunity to get a contract. Now we all know running backs aren't like even though he has a great year, it ain't like he don't get overpaid because he's a running back, and running backs don't get paid like that unless you say Saquon Barkley. The only people that will get their money because you appreciate their skill set is like a Saquon Barkley or a Derrick Henry, right? But other than that, or Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, like Bijan will be the next
one up.
The next one up, he will get ranked, but he doesn't take a lot of hits and he's versatile. He can catch the ball out the backfield, a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
they would draft one or two because unfortunately for the running backs, it's a very easy position. They're like, oh, okay, Eckler, you're gone. We'll draft a young kid. Boom, we'll put him out there. Running backs, I don't want to say a dime a dozen, but they can easily rectify that situation. I mean, outside of the
special ones,
phenoms, like this, like the special real run, you're platooning. You're finding a guy that can get you a couple years, and like that's kind of where the NFL is now. So if you don't have the Saquons or the Bijans or the Derrick Henrys of the world, you're not. It's not what it is. So you're just finding guys who can fit your system in that mode. So I saw somebody, they were like, "Can you get 2,000 yards?"
I'm about to feature. Yeah, Santiago, my man. He's like,
if you include JD5, like,
that's the only reason. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to get a full 2,000 without JD5 being in that equation.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Not just the pure running backs. No,
not at all.
Debo's going to take rushing yards. Jaden's taking rushing yards. Like, hell, there are going to be some end arounds to Terry and Jalen Lane. They're going to take rushing yards. So, I mean, outside of them turning into the Ravens, which I don't think they will be, you're not going to get that. You're not going to get that.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to. I mean, I like that question in terms of running back by committee. I mean, I feel like Eckler will probably give you 5. Like, ideally, in the ideal world, what you would want is like Eckler to give you like 500 yards. Because you don't want to over it in terms of rushing yards, because you don't want to overuse Eckler, right? Because you're gonna have some usage in the pass game, obviously. And B-Rob, you would want B-Rob to get, like you said, at least I'm gonna say 1,100 yards, like 1,000 is kind of like 1,100 yards. Like that would be a really good year for him, knowing that who's your quarterback. That like that's the most dynamic runner on your squad. Well, one of the most dynamic runners of all the NFL, but definitely on your team. So he's going to take a lot of pressure off of you because people are going to be worried about him. So 1,100 should be in play if, like you said, Felix, if he plays the full season. I think his like you said, and I think it's very important for folks to understand. The most important thing for B-Rob is availability. Like he needs to I think he can get he would have already had 1,000 yards already if he played he played 14 games last year. If he played 2 extra more games, right? He's getting 1,000 yards. So or he has a chance to get to 2,000 yards. Let me put that out there. He has a chance to get 2,000 yards. I mean, 1,000 yards. Excuse me. He has a chance to get 1,000 yards. Right. So I feel like if he can be out there more, then we could see B-Rob getting 1,000 yards. 1,100. I feel like that should be his goal though. He should be getting 1,100 yards. I mean, you got a better offensive line. You got JD5. You should be better.
Absolutely.
Todd, what is my man? Oh my, hold on. Telly, man, you my guy, bro. Telly, I appreciate you, bro. I just want you to know that I appreciate you. Todd says, if you're counting Debo and JD5 as part of that running back, I didn't count Debo.
Hey, put Michael's. You see Michael's question? Underwood.
Which one? About Debo and JD5?
Yeah,
I got you. Go ahead. I got to read it. Do you think Debo and JD will have more running yards than B-Rob? If so, B-Rob got to go.
Debo won't. Debo's going to be like that Eckler in that 400 to 500 range, just because he's not getting 10 carries a game. Debo's going to have like 3 or 4 carries, just something for the linebackers' eyes to go off. So he's not going to be there.
Yeah,
85 is a different discussion, and
that's hard, bro.
It's hard because you got to look at it one of two ways. Certain games he was used more as a runner.
Mm-hmm.
Other games he ran because of the play, because of the coverage he ran. So that's 2 different animals. So like, if he didn't get hurt in that Carolina game, he was going to run the ball a lot. They saw a lot on film with Carolina. You saw that. Y'all saw the first play, that zone read. He's out the gate 70 yards. Like, you can tell that that game was going to be more of a JD running game. But if you look at like a
facts,
I'm trying to think.
Telly said they think he's. Would you think they can combine together? Can they do it though? JD and Debo combined, could they get more? I can see that because if Jaden's getting around 700, and
Debo's getting 3 to 4,
that
would do it.
So I know. So if that's the case, Telly, I wouldn't say he got to go because you got to understand too. With this, all right, friend, that's like Lamar before they had Derrick Henry. Like Derrick Henry's an anomaly. Like that's just what he did was special. But Lamar is going to automatically can get you about 800 yards, 900 yards.
Right.
He can get you 1,000 yards for real. But then that's a low end. What I'm telling you, because it's the quarterback's hard to account for. And if I throw in another player, like it's going like I can get more rushing yards than running back to combine. So I wouldn't say like he got to go because of that. JD is that good of a runner, which makes it that much easier for him and another person. I can say, to be real with you, I can say not even Debo. I can say JD5 because JD5 won't get most of that work. JD5 and Eckler could have more yards than B-Rob. That doesn't make it, and that's B-Rob. That's can even be B-Rob getting 1,100 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like that combination could get you that.
Right. So you know I mean? It's quarterback rushing yards are hard to attain for because they're not always planned.
There you go.
It's not always a plan. Like there could be a free blitzer and you get around it and now the backside's open. So I'm gonna go get this 20 yards real quick and jog out of bounds. That's not a run play, but that's just what happened in the sequence. Like that's not him running option or whatever. Paul had a good question.
He did. Paul did have a question. Paul, I didn't forget about you, bro. He goes, but for you, Felix. All right, Felix, is this stuff all about competition and the best person wins the start?
Yes. And that's why I said JCM has a shot because they're about who makes the plays. They're about who's going to do it. And if you like within a grain of salt. So let's take it back to last season.
All right.
Who they started Forbes. Everybody was Forbes. Forbes was a number 1 pick. You had to give him the opportunity. The opportunity did not succeed. They moved on, yada, yada, yada. Running backs. If there are open holes, there's two sides of this. If there's open running holes and the running back does not get to it, that is a running back issue.
Facts.
If there are no holes and the running back can't go anywhere, that's not a running back issue. So
agreed.
So they take that with a grain of salt. But if JCM is busting ass, they're going to put him on the field.
Fair.
They're going to put the best player on the field. So last year there was a lot of piecemeal stuff, especially on the defensive side. That's why the secondary is completely different. The corners are completely different. That's why, for that reason. But to answer your question, Paul, if they're going to put the best player out there, period. So if Jalen Lane is doing better, is doing better than McCaffrey, and he's going to play. Like,
you think so? You think so? Do you think so?
McCaffrey,
I ain't sure.
Remember, McCaffrey get a shot.
Give it a shot.
Get a shot. But what my coach used to say, tape don't lie. The tape
don't lie.
So
don't lie.
If you know, and some of McCaffrey's stuff was circumstance, but some of it was he didn't quite beat what he needed to beat
because
you could see that what's my boy who left?
Diami?
Not Diami.
Olamide.
Yeah, Olamide. He started finding a way, and they're the same body type. They're the same body type. We saw like that Eagles game, and we saw some of those games where Olamide was getting open, and JD5 was putting the ball on. So you gotta look at it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I'm gonna say, it's funny because I feel like this is my thing. I think coaches have their favorites. It's in all sports. So I never want to say like if you're playing good. Like you have to really beat their favorites. Like it can't. Like the better player may not get the opportunity, but you got to really beat. And I mean, thoroughly beat, not just thoroughly beat. It's like almost like in boxing when people talk about the final, like it's a close fight, right? The champion's will probably get the edge if it's a close fight.
Right.
But if you blowing, but if you got to damn near knock that champion out to beat the champion. So it's like that. So you may say like that player is better, but that player has to be 10 times better for that player to take the job. And like from what I've
certainly 10 times better, but there's certain people that are locked in. Like
you know what I'm talking about.
Like Mariota could go out there and throw over 20 touchdowns in the preseason.
Yeah.
85 starting.
Yeah, facts.
Amy Tunsil's not going to play a preseason game. Yeah. He's going out there week 1. These are locked in. Like Bobby Wagner is going to start.
No, he's fine.
Something like that is not going to happen.
Yeah.
Cornerback, there's going to be a battle. Who's going to be the best cornerback? Who's going to be the best on the outside of Lattimore? Is it it's going to be Amos? It's going to be such like there. That is where you have the chance of I can do this. And so every coach is going to say every position is up for grabs. No, we know Terry will be the top receiver. We know that. That's not a thought. Yeah. But is there a battle for defensive line? Absolutely. Like there's different things. So there's different sides of that equation.
Yeah, I'm saying like the only coach that I felt like by watching like that I ever observed, I felt like the best player will probably take the positions like Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll like the only dude that I've ever seen like you could be an incoming starter and he like nah like and you outplay this dude in preseason and camp and he's quick. It's not even like a wait and see. He's quick.
I would say Harbaugh was in that vein.
Yeah, Harbaugh was too.
Harbaugh was in that vein. But that's more coming from the college world.
Yeah,
where,
exactly.
Like Urban Meyer, I got 6 5-star tight ends. Yeah. Y'all figure it out.
Yeah,
like true. That. I mean, that comes from that sort of mold. But like pro guys, I mean, you give deference to who deference is due.
Facts. No, I'm with you, bro. I'm definitely with you. So back to B-Rob. So I mean, what are you going to be? You're going to be in training camp. What are you trying to look at when you're going to camp? What are you trying to see out of B-Rob personally to let you know, like, all right, he ready or he ain't ready or whatever? What are you looking for?
I need to see a burst. Like he had a burst. Like when he first got here, he had a burst, and then he had the unfortunate, shot in the leg.
Yeah,
that's why I was like, ooh, this guy he moves. And when it's a little different when you see a 5'8" guy with a burst and a 6'1" guy with a burst. It just looks different. Mm-hmm. So if I could see the burst of getting through the hole, because realistically, running backs need that burst to get those 2 yards to get through that hole that's open for 1.5 seconds. Mm-hmm. If D-Rock can show me that, then it's like, okay, we're ready. Mm-hmm. If I see a sifter, like he's sifting down the line, he's not pressing the hole, he's not hitting the hole here, then I think that's when the questions will arise. Okay. Like, are you ready? Are you committed? Are you fully healthy? Like, if I don't see that out of B-Rob, then that'd be the trouble. But I need to see that burst getting through the hole that he had as a rookie before he had the shooting incident.
All right, Tosh has a question for you. Did he really have a burst, or was he just picking the right holes compared to Gibson that year?
He did. He did before he got shot in the leg. He had a burst. He was notoriously faster than Gibson. But one problem with Gibson was they tried to Coach Rivera tried to bulk him up, and when he added that weight, that just messed Gibson up, and he couldn't handle that weight.
Should never been a running back.
Like he didn't have the frame to put on that weight. Yeah. So that kind of made it hard. And if you ever notice, it kind of looks like he dragged one of his legs when he ran. Yeah. Because he never quite healed, but he put too much weight on it. But to answer that question, B-Rob did have a burst as a true.
I'll say this. I think people have to like B-Rob. I watched him in Bama. Like I remember, like we got him. Like, oh, we got that kid. I'm like, that kid's a big boy with a burst. So you just look at him like he got a burst. Like I'm not going to even like now he don't got long speed, but which like eventually he'll get caught.
He'll get caught. Now he's not Henry. Like I don't.
He like Derrick Henry
nature. Like he has a burst and he's not getting caught.
Yeah,
like,
he ain't getting walked.
B-Rob had the burst. Now he's not the home run out the gate 80 yards. Now and everybody even back to AP, who was another freak. when he had that 99-yard running against the Eagles. Like AP was a freak. Like that was insane how he did that. B-Rob's never going to be that, but he had a burst to do the whole. Absolutely.
Toss. I just think we fell in love with an average running back, but now that he's being average, we mad at him for being average. I mean, I don't think that. All right, so I don't think. I mean, what's your definition?
I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying, especially because of where he came from.
Yeah,
he came from Bama, and look at the line of running backs that Bama put out.
Yeah,
so he's
average. Oh, yeah,
I get that.
I get that. Then if you're saying it that way, I get it. I mean, what can you really see it like this? I'm always questioning that because anytime I go to camp and I see the running backs, but you're there more, and you get to see more. And I'm like, you can't really tackle these dudes. Like, what can you really gauge from a running back in camp? Like, different from like a quarterback, wide receiver. Like, I feel like those situations are easier to kind of dissect than say running back.
Well, running back, you can see when they put pads on where the burst is in the hole. And if the first contact either takes them down or it stops their momentum. A good running back, like when saw AP. Now AP was still near the close to the end of his career. Yeah, he's still that first contact didn't affect what he was doing. So if he was blocking, it didn't affect him. If he was running, it didn't affect him. If he was catching the ball, it didn't affect him. Some of these running backs, when they look great, and then the contact happens, and then they're either going down or they're going left and right. They're not going forward. So that's what I like to see. It's kind of like the lineman. The lineman, when they're blocking with no pads on, is just, he has decent feet. He doesn't. But when the pads get on, then you can feel the contact and see who actually moves. So it's very similar with the running back. So when they put the full pads on, do they change direction or are they going forward? Like that's what I'm looking for in running backs. Like, are they securing the ball? And two, when the contact happens, are they still going forward? Or are they delivering the blow? Or are the blows being delivered to them?
I got a statement from Shelly on a statement, not a question. A statement from Shelly on Twitter. I'm calling it Twitter. I'm calling it X. Screw this.
Yeah, it's Twitter.
All right, for B-Rob to have a successful season, our O-line has to be successful. In run blocking, the two go hand in hand, in my opinion. Do you agree with her?
Absolutely, and that's why they had to shore up the guard position. And I think that happens with Brandon Coleman sliding in. That changes everything. And when Cosby eventually gets back, and I don't think Cosby,
I would redshirt him, man. I would redshirt him, man.
I want to say this. I don't push to get him back, and if he does not come back this year,
I'm cool with it, bro.
Like, you have to eat that because he changes that line.
He does.
If you come out with Tunsil, Coleman, Biotish, Cosby, Connerly,
it's tough, bro.
That's top 10.
Yeah,
like, that's easily top 10. And inside, they can really run the ball at this point because the games that they struggled in were the games that had the massive D tackles that they couldn't move. The Eagles, Tampa Bay, with Vita Vea, like those type guys where they couldn't move them.
Oh man, that's hard to watch.
And you in that championship game got worse and worse because without Cosby, remember Cosby was gone.
No, he was gone.
There's nothing that they could do, and so that is you have to build it from the front. And it's not. And people are like, well, Cliff doesn't want. No, Cliff wants to, but if he knows that it's not going to work, now I have to use 5 more on the perimeter to generate a run game. So they're not just blitzing the heck out of everybody. So Shelly made a great point. It goes hand in hand with the line, but I don't think you rush Cosby back. Like, you got to let him really, really heal. Now, I've seen him work out. He looks good, but good in July and playing football are 2 separate things. And lineman is too easily to get rolled up, too easy to catch something on the side. So, but Shelly makes an excellent point. That goes hand in hand. Now, like I said, if the line's not moving people, which I expect them to do, and then B-Rob's not successful, then it's only one person to look at.
Facts. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. My man Rome said being a leading rusher, like what he looks for B-Rob for success is being a leading rusher on the team. I know injuries played a factor last season, but B-Rob needs to have the most rushing yards by the season's end, not Jayden Daniels. Do you agree?
I absolutely agree. Okay. And I think everybody on the chat loves JD, but does not want JD running the ball.
Yeah, I think George said the same thing. Yeah.
And so if B-Rob gets you 1,300 yards, that means Jaden's probably ran for 600.
Yeah.
And now if he's running for 600, he's not taking as many hits, or he's getting to the outside running out of bounds. That makes the offense a lot better. So, like, that goes hand in hand. Like, the more that B-Rob can do, the less on Five's legs, which makes it easier for Five to stand in the pocket and do what he wants to do, and that's throw the ball.
Yeah, like the George said it too. Says don't want JD5 running for 700 yards if he's getting that much. Either this line is messing up, or our running backs are not up to scratch again. Yeah, I agree. I think I feel like this is a maturation process. I'll say this much though. JD's such a, like, you don't want to take that away from him when you're a dynamic runner like that.
You don't take it away. You just don't do quarterback
draws, counters, and crap like that. Yeah, that's it. You just don't do those plays.
A quarterback, by definition, is safer running on the outside.
Yes. Okay.
You see where you are. Like, if I'm rolling right and I see the guy, I either throw it up or run out of bounds. Like, I'm safer doing that. A quarterback is less safe going up the middle, or they're doing pull plays where they're behind linemen and all sorts of stuff gets weird. So I would want to call QB counters and stuff with JD5, but I do not take his legs away, because his legs changes everything.
Okay. It's an outside question from running back, but I'm gonna tell you, I got you though. He said, "Who's that other deep threat outside of Terry?" I think it's Lane. Do you agree?
I would go with Lane. I think Gallup doesn't possess the same speed anymore. I think he can be effective, but
he's gonna make the team. Is he supposed to make the team?
I got to see training camp.
What's up with? I'm gonna ask you. Because I'm trying to catch the word. What's up with Noah Brown? What's up with his injury? Is it serious?
Hush.
I know, like, it's been real top secret.
It's been real hush, but all signs seem to say he seems to be okay. Like, I think if it was something a little bit more serious, it would have came out.
Okay, all right.
Then you might have seen them trying to sign somebody. Like, the rash they haven't gone to sign somebody leads me to think that it's not as serious. Not that serious.
Okay.
Now, like I said, it would be Jalen Lane, because Diami emerges that threat in the run later in the year, and I think Jalen Lane will be the one would be that deep threat. I don't think it's Debo anymore, just because I don't think he's got the straight line all the way down the field speed. Yeah. But it would be Jalen Lane to answer that question.
I mean, I think Debo's a running catch, take it to the house type dude, rather than like you're talking about like deep threat. I think it's a little different. I think Debo is the guy, like, take a slant and go, try to catch me, and if you can tackle me, try to tackle me.
If that linebacker that safety takes one bad angle, to the house.
It's to the house. Totally agree with you. Mike said, he says, "Do you guys think Terry will be paid before the first practice or not? Before training camp or not?"
I believe he will. At most, the first weekend. I think they're close. It's just the last little rigmarole that goes through it. Neither one of them are walking away or saying F this. Like, both sides understand the importance of it. So I really honestly think that the day before training camp, we're going to get an email say press conference at blah, 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 blah. And then they're going to announce Terry. Like, I think that's what's going to happen. I don't see it dragging out too long. I don't see it.
You already know what I stand with Terry. I know it's my guy. So, I'll be like, I told y'all so. For folks out there.
I know you love those Ohio State players.
I mean, that's the one I do like. It's hard for me to like anybody else. He's the one I do like. And, he's the one. Terry's the one I kind of vouch for. Everybody else I kind of like, whatever. I mean, it's like Marvin Harrison Jr. Too.
You're like me with Trent Williams. Like, I hate Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Guy. Like, I can't.
Yeah, like somebody.
Actually, Tress. I love Tress too. I love Tress.
There's some dudes you just be like, you just too good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I was in, like, when Marvin Harrison Jr. was in Ohio State, I was like, dude, you're just too good. Like, I can't even like hate on you.
Can't even get mad.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and then like, Terry's here, so I have to be like, and then I like Chase because he's local. That don't count, but he's local, so I always root for local cats. You know what I'm saying? So. But I'm with you to your point. Like, I think Terry's gonna be. I'm not mad at Terry. I want everybody to know that. Like, I don't want people to turn on Terry because I feel like Terry is business.
I hope people don't. This is the NFL. This is the business of the NFL. Yeah. Like what happened after the Super Bowl? Myles Garrett, I'm not playing. I need to win. I want to win.
Yeah.
They slide some numbers there. I love Cleveland. Cleveland's the best thing ever. We know it's a lie, but that's part of the game, people. Like it's not it's relaxed. And don't go on Terry like Terry's not loyal to the team. That's far from the truth. This is just the business of the game. Not everyone has Kirk Cousins' agent. So like you know what I mean? Like everyone doesn't have Kirk Cousins' agent. Like you can't do that. Like I wish I had his agent. Like it's great.
I mean, he's the best agent in the world. Like hearing the Texas and Michigan guy pick up their rivals is disheartening. Hey, you know what? Guess what? I like Lattimore too.
Hey.
I like Lattimore because Lattimore got my personality.
That's about it for Oklahoma. I mean, I've hit my number.
You ain't like AP? That must have like.
I mean, AP was there. Like you can't not like AP, but like
I like.
That's it. Like
I do
like Baker Mayfield's gonna catch all the hate he'll ever get from me. Like that gets a little personal.
You know what? I do be liking.
We start the season with Ohio State too. Like we go to Columbus.
Columbus. That's what's up. Yeah, I hope y'all beat the bricks off them.
I hope so too.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. I do be liking a lot of Ohio State players. I ain't gonna hold you when they enter the draft. Not when they're there, but when they enter the draft, I do be liking them. Like I like Henderson. I like Henderson. I love Henderson. I love Henderson. I love Harry.
It's like us and A&M. Like I hate A&M, but Mike Evans is Mike Evans. Like
you know what I'm saying?
Mike Evans on the team in a heartbit. Like
exactly. I'll be like, damn,
come on over. Like Mike Evans is probably most underrated, talented receiver of all time.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I mean,
hands down, he's just been in Tampa and no one's really cared. But he is probably one of the most underrated.
Maybe the most consistent wide receiver I've seen in a long time. I used to say that about him, even though he used to get a lot of hate. I used to say that about Amari Cooper. Like he just he'll F around and get 1,000 yards receiving. Like, but now he kind of dwindling. But Mike Evans is like consistent. Like is consistent domination.
I just pulled this up. He's had 1,000 yards every year since 2014.
It's crazy, bro.
And think how many different quarterbacks he had.
I know. That's the thing. It's the different quarterbacks. That's the thing.
That lets you know it's his talent. Like he went from Jameis to Tom Brady to go, but he had Baker Mayfield. He had you just go down the list. What didn't Fitzpatrick play down the year?
I had Fitzpatrick. He had Fitzpatrick.
I mean, that's just a gauntlet, and he's still there. So I mean.
Nah,
it's another 1,000 yards out of him this year. Like,
it's the same. My man, on Twitter, my man Coach Bree said, in terms of seeing success from B-Rob, says I don't have a particular stat rundown that equates to success, but because the offense doesn't run through him specifically. Totally agree with that. But better O-line play, and I know he's not exactly a home run hitter, but I would like to see a little better burst and decisiveness in the backfield. Do you agree with that?
I agree with that, Coach. Breeze, good to hear from you, brother. I mean, he nailed it. Like he essentially nailed it. Like the 2025 NFL is very few offenses that are one running back based, and we've named them. Yep. And even still, the one in Baltimore has the most dynamic quarterback running next to him. Yeah. So it's not. And truth be told, the short yardage running back for the Eagles is Jalen Hurts. So like, these are connected. Like I need people to understand it. This is not Tom Brady handing to a running back every time because Tom Brady's not running the ball or Peyton Manning something like that. Those two are the most dynamic ones. And heck, let's just throw Atlanta in there with Penix and that.
Yeah, that's
another one who can move. So now we're seeing even with those stud running backs, the quarterback as a rushing threat is an important thing too. But nobody's just lining up, handing the ball to Emmitt Smith 400 times a season and doing that. That NFL has gone away.
Yeah, because like you need a great offensive line for all that, and unless you got you need a dynamic for that. You need like a dynamic runner, like a Saquon, like a Brian Robinson, like a Brian Robinson, not Brian Robinson. I'm tripping. B-John. I'm tripping. B-John. B-John. Sorry, B-John.
Like these guys aren't running those 25 carries throughout the half.
Well, no, not at all. The only person he's not even doing that now, but he was doing Derrick Henry was doing that before.
Derrick Henry I felt like he led the league in carries last year.
But barely. He was not getting as much as he used to. He get 20. If that is low, for him it's low. It was low. That was the talk about Baltimore. Sometimes they weren't giving him enough carries.
Yeah,
and he still got that amount of yardage. His carries, he
actually was Saquon.
Had more carries. Man,
Derrick Henry had 325. Kyron Williams had 316.
Yeah.
And then the other one we keep forgetting is Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah,
B-Rob had 304 and Jonathan Taylor had 303. Jonathan Taylor is the other one.
The other one that he's special. Sorry,
yes,
he could get hurt. That's why, but he's special.
Yeah,
he get hurt. He's special. He's definitely special.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I will give him his flowers. He's the dude that he should always kind of get his money up because he's special. I liked him in college. I lived in Wisconsin,
and he's doing that. He's doing that with very suspect.
Oh, bro, that it's disgusting.
Right.
It's disgusting. I'll tell you, it's disgusting work. It's nasty work, to be real with you. What's going on? So Gifted Podcast is B-Rob 1,200 total 8 to 12. I agree with this. This is perfect. This is actually
a stat line. If you say,
I like this one.
Let's say he had 850 rushing and 400 receiving. Mm-hmm. You can't say that's not a good season out of him.
I agree.
And 8 to 12 touchdowns. That's a good season. That's a good call, yo. I like that.
I like that. That's kind of where I'm at.
And I think
touchdown.
Go ahead. Throw that receiving in there too.
Yeah,
I do. Receiver,
yes,
that counts. Throw some back screens to him. Get him the ball in some space.
Go ahead. I want you to
like that. I like that. So I think we need to stop thinking of it as just carries and rushing yards. Let's because they assume the inside run.
Yeah,
let's use him as a receiver too.
I will say this too, though. Even I felt like Cliff didn't utilize him in the pass game compared to what EB did with them. I thought he looked really good in the pass. And I'm not saying Cliff's better at calling plays than EB, so that's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that we saw a lot from B-Rob in the pass game with EB, and we were like, oh, he can do a lot of something.
It was always assumed that he couldn't under
Scott
Turner. Scott Turner.
Damn, I said his name.
Your guy.
I was supposed to say his name.
Yeah, your guy. But we didn't think he could, and then you saw it in the enemy who loves screens that he could.
Yeah, he could.
And then Cliff Cliff was very creative, but it didn't involve B-Rob catching the ball as much as I think he could have.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. All right, so Mike, I have a question for you. Felix, is this how many touchdowns for B-Rob this season?
10's got to be the goal.
Okay,
10 to 12, especially when the offense would grind when they would get to the 2-yard line. He's got to find a way. That's where you got to be special. Two in. You've got to be that. If he can do that, I think he would be fine. You've got to get that there. Yeah,
I think 10 touchdowns. I mean, he's a big back, and he's pretty good in goal line situations, to be real with you. So I think that's something that he should be efficient at it. He should be getting 10 touchdowns. But JD's so good at it too. You know what I mean? In that situation, you got JD, so. That read option, it's scary. You got Jay, you want to take advantage of him with the read option play. You know what I mean? Once he sees the crease, he's gone with that speed. He's good for a touchdown. Todd says, now here's the question: B-Rob finishes with 1,300 total yards. Is that enough to resign? That's a good question. Resign him, or you just accept that with JD 5 in this offense, running back 1 is plug and play.
That's a very good question.
That's a very good question.
I think it comes more from let's say that occurs.
Mm-hmm.
Commanders offer a 2-year contract, guaranteed, option for a 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
Does B-Rob want to take that? That becomes where you don't want to be year to year, but you want to have some stability. The Commanders aren't going to say, "Oh, that's great. We're going to give you 4 years, $25 million." That's not going to happen. So. I think it depends on him being realistic in what will be offered to a running back, not what can be, what will be offered to a running back. If it's 2 years, $20 million with some workout bonuses, I think that's what he should take.
Yeah.
Now, if they say you get a 1-year prove me deal, then they're not convinced. They're not convinced, and then they feel like either they possess the running back they want, or they see a running back that's in college that they do want.
Mike said backup pay. This is what I went like. There's no set. All right, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. He's a running back, man. Like, in today's market of running backs, they don't get paid that much. All right. So, and B-Rob, even if a great, like, because it's a contract year, 1,300 yards, to your point, Taj, I think 1,300 yards total, the price still has to be low enough. It has to be right, because you got to look at body of work. It ain't like when in running back, it's got to be more than 1 year. You got to be consistently doing big things, right, for you to get that type of payday. So you're gonna have to take a lower end deal regardless if you want to stay. So it really is up to B-Rob if he wants to stay, because if he had that type of year, Washington's not going to give you some crazy amount because of the position you play. You're not going to be franchised because of the position you play. You're not going to be franchised. So, but I think the franchise number may be pretty low, right? Isn't it low?
It's probably low
for running backs, right?
Yeah, let me look that up. I think it's got to be low,
super low. But so either way, it's up to him. So even if he had, like, for real talk, say you had a 1,500 yard season, like not even a 1,500 rushing season, not even with receiving, just like not even receiving like total, but just rushing. Like, even that still ain't gonna guarantee him a great deal. It's not, because the backs that are getting that, getting that high pay are guys who have done it consistently. Like Saquon, like, got that paid because of consistency. Like, even though, like, you could say he's underpaid, right? We could say he's still underpaid. Derrick Henry, we could say he's still underpaid. But that's consistency. B-John, you know what he about. Like, he ain't gonna get like the money he's supposed. Like, he gonna get good money, but it ain't gonna be what he should get, right?
Right.
What's the old boy? What the old boy from the Packers who played for the Raiders who went to Bama?
Who, Najee?
Not Najee. The other Bama kid.
I know. I'm looking at the Raiders. All the Bama kids are looking alike.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, though. Yeah, he didn't get and he was very productive with the Raiders. He got decent money, but he was trying to hold out, but with the Raiders because he felt like he was underpaid. So, like, I just feel like, so to be real with you, B-Rob is in a situation where thank you, Josh Jacobs. Thank you, Paul. Josh Jacobs.
There you go, Josh Jacobs.
So
Raiders. I was thinking, Raiders Packers.
He was the Raiders Packers, but like B-Rob is in a situation where he's gonna have, like, it won't matter. Like, I won't say it won't matter, but his price tag won't be high regardless.
You gotta look at it like this. Like,
it won't be.
I'm looking at the franchise tags.
Yeah.
Running back is the second lowest. The only one lower than them is a special teamer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like, that's unfortunately life. Like, their tag is 13.6, which is actually pretty good money.
No, that's high.
But you gotta look at
that's high.
Like, quarterbacks are 40, linebackers are 25, D-tackles are 25, receivers are 23. Like, they're below. They're 10 million lower.
10 million. Yeah, exactly.
Offensive linemen are 23.
Yeah,
so that's reality. So, like, if you get a franchise tag, it will be a 1 year thing. Yeah, but it seems not going to do it because of the injury.
And the injury history,
because you're not going to do that for a running back. So you're gonna have to get like I said, the 2 years, 20 million, somewhere in that range, maybe with some workout bonuses, roster bonuses to kick it up a little bit with some
15 mil, 2
bad
years.
Incentives. Like, you get 1,200 yards, you get this bonus. I guess we'll have to get
bonus. Yeah, bonus type things. Yes, agreed. Totally agree with you. I like this one though. Santiago, like, basically, with some bonus, something like that.
I mean, that's essentially what it is. But nobody, like you said, Paul, no one's franchising a running back. So
nobody.
Unfortunately, it's just not the position that's going to get paid. So you've got to get what you can get as much as possible, because you don't know your longevity.
Love for kicks, 4 years, 25 mil.
No running back's getting 4 years. Like,
25 mil for 25 mil. No one ever's getting 4 years.
No one's going to get 4 years. I think the years are the problem with that, not the money.
Not the money.
The money you can eat. Like, I don't even see, like, when Saquon's up next, his will probably be 3.
He got a 2 year deal, right?
Yeah, because I don't think. I don't think you're just not doing running backs that long.
Yeah,
the longevity just doesn't hold up in that position.
Yeah, unless you're like super, even you're super young, unless you're like a B-John, which B-John's in the right situation now because of, like, people are starting to pay attention to running backs again. Right. So, like, he can get more than like, he won't get quarterback money, but he'll get some. He'll get a nice tag.
Yeah, because, like, certain people jump the market, and he can be one of those that kind of jump that market back.
Yeah,
So
that's
a
true.
lot of running backs, you should be cheering for Bijan.
Facts. A lot of them should be.
You should be
But I think because Bijan was cheering for like what Saquon and them got, because it was good for the market. Bijan's it's gonna be better for him because he's younger, so it's gonna even be better for him.
Yeah, so that's just like you. Every quarterback is supposed to take that deal to reset the market. Bijan hopefully will reset the market for running backs. Now, I'll advocate for them because those are tough players that you got to win games with.
I think
they need to get paid more than what they are.
Yeah, it's a travesty for real. Like when I was like Daniel Jones getting paid more than Saquon Barkley at the time was nasty work.
It was crazy. You're talking about the eighth man on the Wizards making more than
that's like
starting running back in the league.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. Derrick Henry carries the Titans. But what's his face is getting paid more than him. Like it's obvious.
That was not Levis. What was the boy name?
Oh no, before him.
A&M.
Yeah.
That was receiver.
Yeah, I keep Tannehill. Yeah, like that's trash, man. It's trash to me. All right, so on Twitter, the Burmy by said in terms of success from B-Rob says stat markers. Average yards, 4.5 average yards a carry. I kind of like that. That's where I'm at, 4.5. At least 60 yards per game. Third down conversion rate above 50% for his carries. 8 touchdowns, basically at least one every other week. I like it. And it says then playing at least 15 games. Best ability is availability. Agreed with all of those. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, that's going to be my MO. Best ability is available.
Yeah, that's my.
And you got to be, and he's got to be in those games when the offense isn't clicking, when Jaden and them aren't hot, to be like, okay, this can grind us out. Like there are going to be some games now that they're playing a little tougher schedule. You get matched up with the NFC North, so that's a tougher thing. You got the AFC West. That's a tougher division. Like you're going to have those games where it's not going to always click, that he's going to have to show up. And that would be the game to do it. Like that's got to be when he steps up. And so I don't know if it's the Chargers or, I don't know who it might be. It might be Seattle. Like it just might be feisty. B-Rob's going to have to be in those games present to take that load off of JD5, because for all the Tom Brady's grammar, his grandiose stuff, there would be games when he was terrible, and the defense running game would get him.
Of course, facts. Don't get me started on that. That's all it is.
I know.
And I'm a Michigan fan. But Tom Brady's like one of my least favorite Michigan players ever. But which is wild to me. Which is wild. He is. I actually like Drew. I like Drew Henson way more. I mean, Drew. Yeah, I like Drew Henson way more than I like Tom Brady. Oh, wow. It's crazy. Wow. It's crazy. Like I have a whole like issue with like why Drew Henson. I'm so mad at Drew Henson because he should have been like that. But anyway.
I mean, you're just like me with Chris Sims. Like, he blew it against Colorado, who we beat by 50 the month before, and cost me a chance at a natty. Like, I don't forget these things.
I'm telling you, man. Like
every time I see him on NBC4, I just get mad.
Well, I mean, honestly, Drew messed me up because he went to the baseball. I had this whole thing like he gonna be way better than Tom Brady. I kept saying it, and then he went to play baseball and screwed it all up. And then Tom, man, I have this. He made me wrong. Like I put it like this: Drew Henson made me wrong. So I want to ask you, like, so what for you? Like, all right, this is a contract year. I want to know what you expect in B-Rob's contract year. Do you expect for him to ball out because it's a contract year? Do you expect it, or you feel like it'll be same old, same old?
Can I pick the middle? Like, I expect him to be better, but I don't expect him to ball out. Like, I don't see. Okay. I'm gonna say it like this: I don't see the opportunity for him to ball out because of what's around him. Okay. Like, if you just ranked offensive players, he might be. And I'm talking about skill players. I know exactly what you're talking about. At best, 6th. On the squad. Like if you're going skill players, JD,
Brady,
Terry, Debo,
Ertz, yeah.
Like, all right, 5th.
He might 5th, yeah. He might. But that can change though too, yeah.
But
he can go lower. He could go lower too.
He could go lower. You could slot. Say Bates. Like you could say Eckler because Eckler.
You say Eckler for real.
And then Eckler was returning kicks too. Like there's. Even in that hierarchy, He's still not the alpha in that.
Yeah, I got you.
So by virtue of that, everyone's going to be in the offense, really get the opportunity to really, really ball out. But I do expect him to be better because it's a contract year. So like that's kind of where I'm at. I'm kind of in the middle of that. Like I expect him to be better, but I don't think he gets the opportunity to ball out. Like I don't think that offense is generated that way, and I don't think with the talent around him he'll be able to.
Yeah, I think that I just believe in athletes in contract years. I just feel like they're just different dudes. I think money.
I don't disagree with you.
I think money makes you run faster.
But I think he doesn't necessarily always going to get the opportunity. So you say, like,
yeah, okay, I get you. I get your point. Okay,
LeBron Payne's getting 50 snaps a game.
Gotcha.
I can impact the game because I'm not getting the ball. Like I can impact the game.
Got you.
B-Rob, if I'm not effectively getting the ball,
I can't impact the game.
How can I throw a block? Like
I got you.
That's why I said it like that versus like a Payne or Allen when they were in their contract years and they could, you know what I mean?
I like that. You know what? I just thought we're about to end the show, but I kind of want to ask you this question then. Do you think because it happens in sports, in all sports too, I ain't gonna lie to you, especially in contract years, it does. Do you think the team would purposely not give him a racket touches because they know that would hike his value up? Because I'm being real, like that happens, folks. That happens in all sports, and it's all sports.
It happens in all sports. It happens more in basketball when they're trying to protect.
More in basketball, exactly. More in basketball.
Now it does happen in football. This is where if a guy's going, if he gets,
he's a running back,
sacks,
not like he's playing.
Like if a guy needs to get 15 sacks, he's on 14.
Yeah.
Now, but a running back. They're going to, I don't want to say run into the ground, but they're just going to until their life expectancy expires. So like if he's getting consistent production, they're not going to go away from him because if he's getting consistent production, that means the offense is probably doing good, which means the team's probably winning. So all that goes hand in hand. Like they're not going to smite themselves to not win. So, but he's also a running back, so they could just keep going. And if he gets hurt, then you get a 1-year prove me deal. Like it sounds bad, but that's the NFL. Yeah,
I agree with that. I totally agree with that. Hey, Felix, man, it's been dope having you on. Before we end this show, bro, how can folks catch you on social media, catch your content? Yo, tell them when you're gonna be at camp. Let folks know they can catch up with you. You know what I'm saying? So they can take pictures with you, selfies. You know how people are. So let folks know.
I try to stay out of the way. CDB Commander 2407. Hit me up. I'll be out camp a lot of the weekends, a couple weekdays. Wole's gonna go for me in the week, a little bit more. Just
I don't know, man. Look, man, my 9 to 5 be winning sometimes. So I'll let you know.
Trust me, I understand. But I will be. I'm not going to New England for that joint, but I'll be at the Ravens joint practice.
I like that.
So I'll be there. Hit me up with questions which I want me to look at. You know, I'm different from the other cats. You know, I'm going to tell you what I see, how the vibe I'm getting, the words I'm getting from who I need to get it from. So I have my personal things, and then I'll tell you what it is, and we go forward. And like I said, hit me up on the socials. I'm there. I'll be there when you need me. I'll be out there in the heat, swatting flies. It's coming.
I don't envy that shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's gotten better. It's gotten better, especially now that they have the 4 field that was the old AstroTurf.
Okay.
That's a grass field. Now they have 4, and if they're over there. It's a win loss. You're closer to the trees, it's more bugs. But you're further away from trees, it's more heat. So you gotta pick one.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't gonna hold you. That is like tough. That thing is super tough. I ain't gonna hold you at all. Hey, Todd, let me know how that Superman look, man. Because I'm kind of mad that they got my man Henry Cavill. Like he ain't on the joint, so I'm kind of like, hey.
Yeah, I'm going to see it. But
all right, you want to see it too? Okay, I'm thinking about
it. I grew on the Henry Cavill.
Yeah,
whatever, and then they just like got rid of it.
Yeah,
like he looked more like a Superman than this guy. But
exactly. See, Felix, you with me, bro. Like I be hearing people saying it's good. I be like, dude looked like Superman. Like Henry Cavill looked like Superman. He did a good job. It wasn't like
and So Gifted podcast. Yes, Tyler Owens is on the way. That's a very good.
Oh man,
shout. That's a very good shout.
I want him to play. I if folks know we've been doing the shit like this Commanders Friday, I talk about him all the time. Him and Jeremy Reeves. I think I would. So when you all right, I'm going to end for real. But when you were talking about Tyler Owens is different because obviously I know he's a rookie and he was undrafted, so I understand. It's just like I was talking about Bill. Like the climb up is going to be tougher to get that type of playing time. But I will say this though, like I want Jeremy Reeves to get more opportunity at playing alongside of with my man Chin being out, playing alongside of Martin, Quan. I just feel like I know that and this last year I know, and in terms because he was playing like the Buffalo nickel Percy. I know that Percy is fast. I know he's fast, but I just want to say Percy gets lost sometimes. That's all I'm saying.
That's another show.
That's all I'm saying. And Jeremy wasn't playing. And I think Jeremy, anytime I watch Jeremy, Jeremy's around the ball. He's around the ball.
I think Revo, and I love Revo. Yeah. I think he plays the safety position correctly. He's in the correct position. Yeah. But I don't think he can arrive on time. And I think this is not a knock on Revo, because I think he's amazing. Yeah. I think that when he plays it correctly. Like he's there. The X is supposed to be here, and he gets here, and it's just that dynamic little edge. Now Percy has that dynamic edge, but he doesn't have the mental. Yeah, I know. Like the knowledge base of the position, and so. I like Revo getting shot. I think what was that? 2020 when they made the
right? Yeah, when
he got to do it.
Yeah,
and he was with my boy. He did it with Troy Apke.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
so if he can do it with Troy Apke, I'm sure he can do it with Quan Martin. Yeah. So I think, he loves his role. He plays his role. I think the team putting him in that uniform release was great. He needed to be there. Like he deserves that. He deserved that. I think that was cooler than a lot of stuff that he was in that uniform release.
Yeah, I thought it was dope.
Because all those other guys have only been here 2 years. This is going into their second year. Yeah, he's a guy like he's been here. Like I think that meant a lot. That says a lot about where this franchise is now.
I agree with you. He has that. Not as good, obviously. Not as Hall of Fame good. But he gives me like in terms of like a leader, like a mainstay leader, like a B Mitch. Yes. He gives me that type of vibe. Not as great, obviously, but he gives me that vibe. He does.
Yes, absolutely. And someone who gives their heart and soul to the organization is B Mitch. And I think Revo is just like that.
Yeah, exactly. He's like that. I totally agree. Hey, Felix, man, appreciate you being on. Hey, appreciate y'all in the chat for tuning in because you guys are dope. Anyway, you've been listening to the Urban Sports Scene for ages. You dig? Deuces, we are out. Peace.